Here's an important travel tip when you're traveling internationally. It's good to be aware of what amount of goods you're allowed to bring back into your home country after you've been traveling and perhaps shopping. For example, if you are going to the United States of America for a certain amount of time, you're allowed to bring back a certain dollar figure worth of goods before you have to pay duty on them. And those numbers can be subject to change with trade agreements and things like that, so it's good to check what the current rates are. They're generally lately been pretty good. Years ago, it was pretty restrictive, like 100, whatever, 200 after a couple of days. It's much higher now, so those rates are a whole lot better, but it's good to check. It also sometimes depends on what country you're traveling from and traveling to, but it's really good to be aware of that. In particular, you need to pay attention if you're buying certain kind of restricted goods. Tobacco products and alcohol are often two that have specific restrictions that are normally not based on dollar figures, but the quantity you're bringing back. How many packages of cigarettes, how many liters or milliliters or quarts or whatever it might be of alcohol products. And so it's good to be aware of that whenever you're traveling, however you travel, whether it's by cruise ship or by air or by land. If you're planning on buying those sorts of restricted goods or just doing any real shopping that can get into the hundreds of dollars, it's really good to be aware of that, because if you are going through border security at an airport or a land crossing, a train, whatever it is, and you fail to declare things according to the rules, you can incur additional penalties on top of it. So it's not just a matter of, oh, I tried to keep it secret and they caught me, so I'll pay it. No, you're often going to have to pay a fine on top of that amount. What they do is they will seize whatever it is, and then you have to pay to get it back. So now you're stuck in the situation where you're maybe trying to make a connecting flight or just get home, as a wary traveler after traveling for a long time. And now you've got to figure out, like, okay, is the extra $100 fine plus the duty, and I made that number up, the fines can vary, and it's somewhat at the discretion of the border officials how serious a fine they levy. But now I've got to decide, is it worth paying that to keep this thing that I bought? So it's better to know before you go.